I feel like we haven't done a music reaction in so long.
Because we haven't.
This just dropped today. We got Hopsin, Alone With Me.
It reminds me of like Alone Together. Like that oxymoron.
Mm.
Marcus fucking Hopsin, my guy, what up? Don't mean to intervene. How are things going? Talk to me. How you living, G? You look so confused right now. Do you remember me? Cause I've been with you since a teen, fucking you up mentally. I love it, dude. Staying inside your head with
Oh my god, I love this so much. Like, he's obviously like his other half.
Yeah, he's the, what seems to be like the super ego.
Mm.
Cause I've been with you since a teen, fucking you up mentally. I love it, dude. Staying inside your head with a rent is free. I'm just here to make sure you keep all your crazy tendencies. Look at yourself in disbelief, struggle with your identity. Stuck in depression until you diagnosed with it clinically. How's your love life? It's still a trifling mess? Nigga, you 35, you haven't found a wifey yet? I mean...
I love it because it's like everyone has that super ego, that voice in your head that's telling you how you should act. Like...
Our inner critic.
Yeah, that's kind of chasing our vision of our ideal self, you know?
I love how he says, like, been living in your head rent-free.
How's your love life? It's still a trifling mess? Nigga, you 35, you haven't found a wifey yet? I mean, if I was you, would I be stressed? Y-E-S. I guess a mail order bride is nice, it might be best. So how did you manage to get rich yet be so empty? Constantly stuck in a deep old frenzy. Maybe your ego ain't eco-friendly. Bro, you got a life that we don't envy. And I bet suicide must be so tempting. Do it.
Wait, hold up.
Damn.
Fuck's wrong with me? I can't leave me alone with me. I'm like, who is this nigga? Reminding my theory. It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Wait, hold up.
Shit.
It's got control of me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. I'm like, who is this nigga? Reminding my theory. It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror.
So how's the rap life? Do people enjoy your music? Or you still spitting that bullshit to destroy the youth with? Be honest, you live in the shadow with Joyner Lucas. You jealous? I know that you are, my point is proved. What the fuck happened to you? You was spitting so cold, you was the ill minor Hopsin on the list with the ghosts. Then you fell off, you should've took a different approach. I hate to say it, but you'll never be like Kendrick or Cole, nigga. It's fucked up. That isn't fair, Marcus. I'm hoping that God will answer your prayers, Marcus. But even if he does, the chances are rare that you'll have hands in the air, headlining Madison Square Garden. Nigga, put the mic down, don't you fight this fight. Cause you the corny rapper only weird white kids like. So every time the blogs post you, the comments gon' roast you. I would rather be dead than be caught living in your shoes.
The way he even, like, jumped around like that really reminded me of Eminem when he was battling the other guy.
I was just gonna say that. I feel like it was a,
Like the other way around.
it was, damn, I can't even think of the word for it. But yeah, I think it was a take from that.
Like a reenactment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like everyone has that, like that voice inside their head, that very harsh critic. And anytime you make a mistake, like even if you don't act the way you think you should act or eat the way you feel like you should eat, or like you treat yourself a certain way, like you always have that, that conscience. It's almost like that conscience that tells you like, that's hard, that's really hard on yourself. Like if you even like fail in school, like whatever it is, like you have that conscience that's always, like could be even like punishing.
Mm-hmm. I actually really appreciate how vulnerable he's being with us through his song, because me as an outsider, I only see his success and I admire it, but to hear how he actually plays out in his head, how he feels about himself and how he constantly compares himself amongst other rappers and artists, like I think it's very human of him to do that.
Yeah.
And I always appreciate when artists remind us that like they're going through it like we are.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like the fact that, and it's funny because like you always have like that part of you that's a little compassionate, and there's always a part that's like really harsh.
Mm-hmm.
But in like his case, it seems like he's more of a perfectionist, so he's very hard on himself, or he expects a lot from himself.
He really does.
The comments gon' roast you. I would rather be dead than be caught living in your shoes.
Wait, hold up.
I'm tripping.
Folks wrong with me. I can't leave me alone with me. I'm like, who is this nigga? Why do I feel him? It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Wait, hold up.
Please stop.
It's got control of me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. I'm like, who is this nigga? Why do I feel him? It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror.
Right, I got an idea. I'll tell you how it works. It's gonna sound a little outrageous, but hear me out first. You turn your phone off for 2 weeks and start an outburst of worried family members, which leads to a local town search. And when they find you, you dead inside of your crib with a letter that says goodbye to your kid. But you don't get to see him anyway, cause your ex is wildin' and shit. So in his little head, it's like you already died. It's a trip. While you reside in heaven or hell, whichever side that it is, your baby mom's will regret the shit she never tried to get fixed. If you're alive, chances are she'll never try to repent. I'm just trying to show you ways to exercise your revenge. All you want is love, right? Well, you gon' have to get some balls. Shoot your fucking brains out until they splat against the walls. I mean,
I like that he's like incorporating like Sherlock Holmes and then The Mask.
Yeah. It also reminds me of like I don't know if you ever heard the song. I think it's called Guilty Conscience with M. And he has like the good conscience and the bad conscience. It's a little different, obviously, but that's kind of what this song reminds me of.
is love, right? Well, you gon' have to get some balls. Shoot your fucking brains out until they splat against the walls. I mean, it has to hit the blogs and all your fans to get involved, and you'll be missed, cause people don't know what they have until it's lost. Hug your dad and kiss your mom before this transition is done into the new life. Your current one is trash, it isn't fun. Yeah, everybody got problems and we all fighting this big war, but your problems are different. You got nothing to live for.
Wait, hold up. Oh, no. Fuck's wrong with me. I can't leave me alone with me. I'm like, who is this nigga? Why do I feel it? It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Wait, hold up.
Please stop.
It's got control of me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. I'm like, who is this nigga? Why do I feel it? It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror.
What I'm thinking, what you're thinking is not the important thing. We are alive right now. That is the important thing. It is important that you focus on this fundamental sense of aliveness.
Oh my gosh, that Deepak.
Yo, I was gonna say he sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I think it's Deepak Chopra.
And I love how he's wearing the same pants that he was wearing in that
Kumbaya video.
Yeah. I wonder if it's connected.
The important thing. It is important that you focus on this fundamental sense of aliveness within you, and then you will see there is a natural distance between you and your thought process. Once you create a little space between you and your mind, between you and your body, this is the end of suffering.
Don't identify any thought as negative, because it's just a thought. Who told you it's negative? It's just a thought. You're making it up, maybe you like it. What's the problem? If you understand it's just a thought, it has no power. If you think it's a reality, then it destroys you.
It seems like he was in like a therapy session, which is why you hear someone that sounds like Deepak kind of like walking him through getting rid of that negative thought, which he portrays when he wears like a suit. When he's suited up, I think it resembles his negative thought.
Yeah, he ends up killing that inner self that's negative.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to have like some compassion towards yourself, right? Because you can't go through life perfect. Like no matter what your art form is, no matter what you're trying to do, like mistakes are inevitable. So I guess it's how you interpret and how you talk to yourself once you like fail and make mistakes. That's why it's so easy to kind of stay in your comfort zone, because you kind of know what you're good at, and you know for the most part you can be extremely successful doing the same thing instead of like getting out of your comfort zone. Because when you try anything new, like you're so prone to fucking up, and your ability to kind of recover from fucking up and failure is very important. And I could imagine someone like an artist they're probably going through this phase every time they drop a song. Is this song good? Like, is it as good as my last album? Are people gonna like it? How are they gonna feel about it? Like the amount of thoughts that I can imagine them going through as they're like creating something, you know?
And it's crazy because he comes off as someone that has a lot of self-confidence and love for himself. Meanwhile, you realize through his lyrics, like he actually sabotages himself too.
Yeah.